O my people, hear my teaching, listen to the words of my mouth. This is Psalm 78. I will open my mouth with a parable. I will utter hidden things from old, things we have heard, things we have known, things our ancestors have told us. We will not hide them from their descendants. We will tell the next generation. Just try that. Say, tell the next generation. It says, tell the next generation about the miracles of God, about his power, about his wonders that he has done. Then if you go down to verse 6, it says, so the next generation will know them, even the children yet to be born. Then they would put their trust in God and would not forget who God is. One day I was coming out of a restaurant in London, England, and I saw a man, and he walked like a duck. And then I saw his wife come out of the restaurant, and she walked like a duck. And then I saw their two little kids, and how did they walk? Like ducks. So somebody in that family first started walking like a duck, and then they did. So when I was a kid, I was born in Compton, and then later in life, we moved to across the street from Pioneer High School. And I remember my father, he would do this thing when we were at my aunt's house, who lived in Pico Rivera by El Rancho High School. He would do this thing when it was time for us to leave. He'd go like this. He'd go like this. He didn't say anything, right? And I promise you, I said, I will never do that when I get older. Sure enough, when I had two kids later in life, I went like this. So I want you to try this. Watch how cool this is today. Say, the law of reproduction. Say, like produces like. So a lot of you know that I work in the area of development. I have over 3 million followers just on Instagram alone. And I work with the biggest leaders in the world, the biggest companies in the world, or athletes and all kinds of people. And what we have found is that if you don't like the way something's going, you could actually change it. How many of you actually believe that? So if the man walked like a duck, and the wife walked like a duck, and the kids walk like ducks, if they're not careful, their children's children are going to walk like ducks. The Bible says, tell the next generation about God's miracles. Tell them what you heard, and tell them what you've experienced. How many people in this campus and also in the West Campus that is behind me, give the West Campus a big clap. How many of you here and in the West Campus, you feel like your life is adjusting and changing for better since you've been coming to freedom? Just lift your hands. Okay. So the Bible says, tell the next generation about what you have heard, because we hear here, but also what you have known, which is to experience. There's a saying that says this: once you've touched the fire, you don't want to live in the smoke. So one of the goals that we have here at Freedom is for you to not just touch the fire, but for the fire to go so deep inside you that you don't want to be lost again. Come on. You don't want to be addicted again. But you want to live your life, watch how powerful this is, in alignment to your assignment. So the Bible says, tell the next generation what you have heard and known. Say, heard and known. It says, do not hide what you've learned and known from your children's children. And it says, for the reason that they would rise up and that they would walk out in a miracle mentality. So a miracle is something extraordinary. See, extraordinary. Say wonderful. Say astonishing. Say supernatural. Okay, so let me tell you about your life now. Your life is extraordinary, wonderful, astonishing, and supernatural. You are a miracle. So you should clap your hands right there. You're a miracle. For some of you to be sober today, miracle. To be alive today, to be in church today, to be in a clear mind today, to be hopeful today. So the Bible is saying in Psalm 78, watch how powerful this is. I want you to tell the next generation what you have heard and what you have known, so that they will have a miracle mentality. Say miracle mentality. So mentality is a mindset. It is a frame of mind. It's a mental attitude. It's an outlook. Okay, I beg you to look at me right now. We are not waiting until we find out who's the president to get happy. We're not waiting to find out who's the next president to be blessed. We're not waiting to see who the next president is to see how far we go. No, we walk in the favor of God. It's true. So there were over 13 famines in the Old Testament. And just because there's a famine in the world doesn't mean the famine is on God's people. The Bible says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. And the righteous, that's us. We're in covenant with God. The righteous, we run under his name and we are safe. The Bible says in Psalms 1, blessed is the person who does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly or stand in the path of the sinners, but in his law does he meditate day and night. And they shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, whose leaf does not wither. And everything they do shall prosper. You shall clap your hands and shout right about there. I'm not waiting for the next president. I'm not waiting for some social media star to tell me the trend. Because I have a miracle mentality. A mentality is a mindset. It's a frame of mind. It's a mental attitude. It's an outlook. See, every one of you right now, you have a different outlook than the other person. So we will have thousands of people watch this message over the next few weeks on YouTube, and we have people from all over the world watching. There's a lot of people watching and listening, but everybody will have a different perspective based on your outlook. See, If you're depressed right now, you're like this. Come on, move me. Tell me I'm great. Do something. Some of you right now, as good as I am already, you're thinking like, did I feed the dogs? Somebody else is thinking, how come he hasn't texted me? It's your mindset. So Psalm 78 is talking about mindset. Just so I could teach you, say Psalm 78 is talking about mindset. Your mindset, again, is your frame of mind, your mental attitude, and your outlook. I'm going to have you turn my mic up just slightly. Okay, hear this. Your mindset is yours to set. Say that. Say, my mindset is mine to set. So watch how powerful this is. Romans 12. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in the view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. And be not conformed to the pattern of this world. But be ye transformed. That's what happened to you. That's what happened to you. That's what happened to you. That's why you don't want to just get drunk with your friends anymore. Come on. That's why you don't want to cheat on people. That's why you don't want to be lazy. Be not conformed to this world. Conformed is almost like shaped into the pattern of. Look at me. I know most of the big influencers. I'm not moved by what they think, male, female, young, old. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is what we're doing at Freedom. We're renewing minds and we are breaking traditions. Now, clap your hands if this is powerful. We're breaking traditions. So watch. A tradition is a practice. Say practice. Say custom. Routine. See, for some of us, we had a tradition, a practice, a custom, a routine that we did not have that much money. We lived in lack. That's not going to be your tradition. God is going to break your tradition. He's going to break a tradition, and then he's going to make a tradition. So he's got to break it to make it. He's got to break it to make it. He's got to break it, then he's going to make it. You should clap your hands and shout. Come on. Come on. So everybody that God calls in the Bible, he's got to break the tradition to remake them into his tradition or way of thinking. He comes to Moses and he calls Moses. He says, I need you to lead my people. He says, I'm really not able. I'm not in a good place. I'm not in a good place. That's Exodus chapter 3. He comes to Gideon and Gideon says to him, I'm the least of my tribe. I don't think I'm the guy. You see what I'm saying? So there's a tradition of brokenness. There's a tradition of lack. He comes to Peter, and Peter says, I've been fishing all night, and I haven't caught up anything, and I'm coming up empty. I'm coming up empty. And later he teaches him that you are the rock, that you are the rock. You're not the reed, you're the rock. Somebody clap your hands and shout. God has to break, come on, he's got to break a tradition, a practice, a custom, a routine in you to make a tradition, a blessing, abundance, of miracles, of extraordinary living. Come on, somebody. Of powerful living, of above living. You should clap your hands and shout. Somebody say, that's good. This is good. Say, this is good. Be not conformed to this world. Watch this. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to prove what is that good and the acceptable and the perfect will of God for your life. Wow. See, the enemy has tried to stick some of us in what I call an almost life. Almost means just about, nearly, not quite. Our families were almost happy. We almost graduated from college. Come on, hear me? Our marriages almost work. And I come from pain myself. But God doesn't want us to be stuck in almost when he plays in the utmost. The utmost is the highest level, the greatest degree. Come on, keep on clapping. Come on, somebody. The maximum. Okay, scriptural proof. The book of Ephesians 3:20. For God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you ask or imagine. So a kid born in Compton with 7 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. 3 weeks ago, I was at Wimbledon in England, in the center court, just flowing. Last week, I was speaking at a conference with 4,300 people in Madison Square Garden, and I was chopping it up with Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod, what's up, A-Rod? And Big Poppy, what's up, Big Poppy? And Stephen A. Smith, what's up, Stephen? Acting like I belong, because that's where I belong. Okay, but I also belong at Ruby's on Washington Boulevard, because I still rock it. I still belong, are you with me? At Tommy's Burgers off of Rampart. I still rock it there too. Come on, somebody. But I still rock it in Beverly Hills too. You better act like we are children of the Most High God. That's what the Apostle Paul said. He said, if I'm abased, I'm still rocking. If I'm abounding, I'm still rocking. This is good, huh? It's a mentality. It's a mentality. It's a mindset. It's a frame of mind. It's a mental attitude. It's an outlook. I need to change your outlook, because God is bringing miracles in your life. They're about to blow you away. Somebody is going to get completely out of debt. Come on. Somebody is going to own the second house, then the third house. Someone's going to buy an apartment complex. I'm just teaching the Bible. He's able to do. I never said you're able. I said, he's able. So let me just tell you something. People give me watches all the time, like very expensive ones. I don't have one on. I have none on. I have like super dope clothes. I don't even know where I got these pants. I just pulled this shirt out of the closet kind of in the dark. I didn't even shave. Because it's not about like, we got royalty in our DNA. I need somebody to clap like it's true. Come on, people. How powerful is this? Do not conform to this world. Say, okay. But be transformed. That's what's happening to you. Once you are transformed, I'm talking to this section now, you'll be transported. You can only go so far if you only know so much. Hosea 4:6 says, for my people are unraveling because they don't know much, for their lack of knowledge. So you could look at me and you could say, I kind of like him, but I don't know if I buy into everything, because what's happening is your lack of knowledge is messing with my knowledge. It's the same thing that happens to you at Thanksgiving. When you walk into Thanksgiving and you're blessed and you're clear-minded, come on somebody, and you're sober, and somebody from your family is being used by the devil, it's not that they're terrible people, but what's in them is trying to mess with what's in you. So this world is trying to mess with what is inside of us. That we are children of the Most High God. That we are seated with Christ in heavenly places. And that no weapon formed against you is going to prosper. You should clap your hands and shout. It's not going to prosper. It's not going to prosper. It's powerful stuff, right? So one thing you'll like about me is that I understand life. So I was driving with a friend of mine recently, and as I was driving, I had my Bluetooth on, and it was saying, you know, you're getting a call from an inmate. And so my friend looked at me like, you're getting a call from an inmate. And so I took it. And then we kept driving some more. And then I got another call. I said, you got a call from an inmate. He goes, what's up with you, man? You're getting all these calls from inmates. I said, and? See, just because somebody is there now, yeah. Come on, people. Doesn't mean they're not transforming even while they're in incarceration. Come on, even if you're in a small apartment, doesn't mean you're not transforming even in the small apartment. Even if you're working at a job you don't like, doesn't mean you're not transforming even while you're in a job you don't like. Even if your marriage is in trouble, doesn't mean you're not transforming. Even while you're in trouble, you better clap your hands and shout. Say these words. Say, watch me change before your eyes. This is good, right? It's dope. It's dope, right? This is dope. Do not conform to this world, but be ye transformed. Come on, somebody. Hey. Transferred into what? Transferred in the way that God sees you. All I want to do, I just want to be in alignment to my assignment. I'm not trying to be Joel Osteen. I'm not him, but he ain't me. I'm not trying to be Tony Robbins. I'm not him, but he ain't me. Come on, you got to be yourself. You've been born an original. Don't die a copy. Let me say that slow so you get it. You've been born an original, so don't die a copy. This world, we're just passing through. I'm enjoying myself best I can. But life is not just black and white, it's gray. My father calls a restaurant to get my mother's food. I'm 10 years of age. He's got 5 kids. I'm one of the 5. He works at Bethlehem Steel. My mother works across the street at that donut shop, Winchell's Donut Shop. My mother worked across the street at that donut shop. Vicentita Gonzalez is my mother, and she's 93 years strong, and I'll see her in about 2 hours. Straight out of Whittier. My father, being a good man, calls a restaurant, goes to get my mother food. While he's going on Whittier Boulevard, a policeman runs a red light, hits him, and instantly kills him. Okay? I love the police department. I rock with the police department. The young guy that killed him was only in his 2nd year. He had no siren, had no lights, just killed my dad. So watch this. Watch this. Life is not just black or white, it's gray, yo. Now, my mother's got to raise 5 kids working from a donut shop position. Thank God my older sister, Berna, was already flowing out of the house, and my other sisters were older, so they were starting to work. My sister worked at a place called Polly's Pies, and then Coco's on Whittier. You guys remember? Okay. They all went to Pioneer High School. I'm from the neighborhood, so just hear me. But my mother's got to raise kids that are around working across the street at the Winchell's. Life is not just black or white, it's gray. But I believe this with all my heart. Grace helps us with the gray. With the fool that left you, grace will help you. Come on, somebody. With the people that lied about you, grace will help you. Keep on clapping. Come on, somebody. With the terrible things that happen to you that you don't deserve, grace, you should clap like grace will help you. Somebody say, I believe. But the only way you're going to get through this is having a miracle mentality. In the midst of your pain, you got to think something extraordinary is still going to happen. Something unbelievable is still going to happen. Something wonderful is still going to happen. Something astonishing is still going to happen. Something supernatural is still going to happen. Somehow, some way, somehow, some way, somehow, some way, God is going to make a way where there was no way. God... Somehow. Somehow. I was on the airplane just 3 days ago, American Airlines. And they have these planes, you know, sometimes you could lay down, even in America where you lay down. So I was just like resting, chilling. Are you with me? Long way from like being uncramped all the time. So the flight attendant says, the captain is a big fan of yours. Can he meet you? And this happens to me a lot, not sometimes, a lot. Do you know that right now as I talk, I'm in 90 airports around the world? I have my own show that for 7 minutes I'm motivating the world every 3 hours in 90 airports around. You should probably clap your hands. In thousands of hotels around the world. The captain wants to talk to you. The captain comes out. I don't know who else was in there or why he was out. You know, they got two, but he was out with me for a minute. He's like, Mr. Storey, such a fan. Saw you on Oprah, first of all. Such a fan. Saw you on Steve Harvey. Such a fan. Such a fan. Like, there's no way that entered into my mother's mind when she was at Winchell's across the street. That her littlest one, Tim Storey, Timoteo Gonzalez Storey, there's no way she's thinking someday my son's life will be so strong, he'll go from Madison Square Garden, then he'll be first class American Airlines lying down, and the white pilot will come out to try to talk to my son because what God has done. Everybody stand and clap your hands like he's powerful. Just keep on clapping. Keep on clapping. But it's not because of us. We just have to cooperate and flow, right? But watch. It's his ability. For he is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that I ask or imagine. So when you are unable, he will enable your unables. Can you clap like he's able? Clap like he's able. Come on, people. Come on, people. Clap like he's able. It's powerful, right? I was in Beverly Hills just 2 nights ago, stay standing at this really cool event. And one of the heads of the event said, I heard you were coming. What a privilege. I heard you were coming. What a privilege. It's kind of weird to be this guy for all these years. It's been since my 30s now. Because I know my quirks. I know that I forgot a belt. I felt it now that my pants were falling off and my chonies could be showing. It's weird because I know my quirks and I know that I'm still working things out. Is there anybody besides me that's still working things out? I know that I'm in recovery and discovery at the same time. But I also know that he is able. And wherever, and I close with this, and wherever I am unable, he will enable. See, I'm gonna tell you a secret about me. I so know I'm not the guy. So when people try to come and put me down, I just kind of smile. I'm like, if you only knew. Like, you're the one really, really tripping, because I'm not on my own fumes. I know it's not by might, nor by power, but it's by his Spirit. No. Here's what's going to happen. Lift your hands towards heaven. Close your eyes, both hands, and say, seriously, God, break negative traditions. Break negative limitations. Let me see myself as you see me. Now just begin to worship him for 60 seconds. Have the whole worship team come up.